And this is your boy DJ Wolf. Here we go again. I'm going to title this, considering this is Mother's Day week, Mother's Day week, and going into the weekend. So I'm going to title this "A Mother's Love." I don't have not one, not two, but three stories to tell you regarding Mother's Day with mothers and their sons. Okay? I myself happen to be a son of a mother. My son happens to be a son of a mother. Okay? These three stories I'm going to tell you are shocking and shockingly different. All three of them. Okay? One is involving a basketball player, his mom. Another one involving a young man and his mother with the forbidden thing. I'll get to it in a second. And another one is kind of bordering on it from the television aspect of it. All right. I don't know which one to tell you first. I can start off with the first one, which is I just found out, and I found about all three of them this morning, matter of fact. The first story, right quick, is regarding Kevin Durant, the local boy here that was from this area, from the DMV, that made it big. He went to play. He still plays for Oklahoma, I think, Oklahoma Thunder, and great basketball player, by the way. And he made a statement a few years ago regarding thanking his mother for being the rock, in his household. He came from a single family household. His mother was the head matriarch there. And, of course, he thanked her. I mean, I could understand the fact that he did, look up to her as always being there. Now they're going to do a TV movie. Matter of fact, the TV movie is coming out this weekend called the Wanda Durant story. I might go ahead and watch it. I may give you a review on it. I may watch it. I know my wife's going to watch it. I'm surprised she didn't mention it to me because she's always up on Lifetime anyway. All right. Then there's if you hadn't already watched it, Bates Motel, which is on A&E channel. Show's getting weird. I'll put you up to speed. It's loosely based on the Psycho movies. It was rewritten for television. Norman Bates and his mom, of course, ran the hotel, the Bates Motel. And his mother's named Norma. The sheriff there married her, and I think he married her with some bad intentions. I don't want to give away too much of it, but Norman had kind of figured out what may be going on with it. But he's so far involved into what's going on with the relationship between his mother and the sheriff that married her, who's now his stepfather, that he's obsessed with anybody trying to even get close to Norma, to a point where he wants her to always be his and nobody else's. That's borderline incest. Actually, I think next week's show may take it there. And there was one point while I was watching the show where Norma's sheriff husband came into the hotel. They actually had a room at the hotel because I guess the house was having heating problems. And he gets ready to make love to Norma. And he buries his hand deep in her butt center region, or her butt crack, so to speak. And Norman actually put a hole in the wall, or actually he screwed a hole in the wall with a knife to see what was going on. And he just happened to catch the sheriff with his hand buried in his mom's backside, deep in the butt crack region. I'm like, Really, dude? And here's the kicker part, was Norman was crying like a little bitch when he saw it. I'm like, dude, I didn't even want to be nowhere near my parents when they were doing anything remotely close to that. You know? Matter of fact, I walked in on my parents a couple of times, and believe me, I got the fuck out of there as quick as I saw. I said, oh, close the door. I said, no more of this. I know my dad was probably, yeah, eventually you won't be doing your thing in a few years anyway. I'm so glad my son's never walked in on me and my wife. Thank God. As far as I know, he never had. Anyway, because we normally keep the door locked, but my parents didn't lock the door at the time. And it happened more than once when I walked in on by mistake, but it was not intended to look or view. I didn't want to know. Didn't know what they were doing. Don't want to do that no more. Anyway, so this leads me to the shocking of the three things that I saw on TV today. Well, it was on TV. I actually saw it on Facebook and YouTube. This was the most shocking. In Zimbabwe, a 40-year-old mother is marrying her 23-year-old son. In Zimbabwe, they had a relationship for 3 years. Here's the major kicker. Hold on to your butts for this one. She's pregnant with his son, his half-brother, his brother, her son, and grandson. Can you say it together? Ew! You know? So, I'm thinking, and here's the other kicker. All three of these guys were raised by single mothers. Okay? All three of them. Well, in the case with the Zimbabwe mother, she said that she was not interested in marrying because I guess her husband had died or something. The son's father had passed away. And she said she was not interested in marrying any of those, of her husband's brothers. That was the reason why she decided to marry her son. But that's a sick reason for marrying anybody who you're directly related to. That's sick. So in any case, it just kind of like, it was vile. But the thing that bothered me, the fact that all these sons had no father in their life to guide them and to teach them the right things about not only being a man, but morals. You know, all three of them somehow or another got messed up somewhere along the line. Kevin Durant, I can't completely speak about because I don't really know his life story. But I know his mother is his role model, and it's really kind of a shame that you didn't have a father in the background for you to have as a role model as well. But that's another story. But in the case with the Zimbabwe man, his mother was wrong for doing this shit. Norman is just a basket case. But all of them, there's some issues along there with why we preach that a mother can never, and I've told people this, I don't give a damn. A mother can never teach or raise a boy to be a man. There's no way in fucking hell. And I meant that. I mean that. That's just a fact. No woman on this planet could ever teach a boy how to be a man. There was a woman in a church one time. It was Mother's Day. It was Father's Day, about 2-3 years ago. And the woman got up and said, "Happy Father's Day to me." That's what the fucking bitch said. That's what she said. "Happy Father's Day to me." I'm like, are you serious? You ain't a father. That's why you have a Mother's Day for mothers. How the hell you gonna be a father too? Now you might raise your boy because you're a mother and you had to sort of be a father figure, but you ain't no father. I'm sorry. And it's now, the other reason why I'm saying that is like the media as well as society, is encouraging the mothers to be the head parent of the household. That's why I'm bringing this up. This society is really fucked up in the head. When you think now that the fathers don't matter anymore. And that's basically what I'm coming up with. Because I've had some issues in my life where I'm seeing that more and more. Now, you got some real guys that are some assholes for fathers. I ain't gonna lie about that. And that's true too. I know that to also be a fact. Big time. But to sit there and put mothers on the pedestal as being a lead in the head of a household, what does that tell a young man? That a man don't have a shot at you don't have a shot at ever being head of a household in his own house. Or that they're encouraging women to be the leaders of the house instead of the man. There's a problem somewhere in society. There's a problem here, America. There's a big problem here, world. The problem is now that they're encouraging women to be the head of the households. Hell, I just saw something on the local news here in the DMV that they're encouraging women to be firefighters. Okay? Which is usually a job that that men have been doing for years. But yet, they don't want women to do combat. Really? It's astonishing now. It's like they don't want men to lead anything anymore. And I saw another show. I watched with my wife. What's it called? Oh, Thicker Than Water, with my man Ben Tankard, the legendary instrumental gospel jazz artist. His daughter, his younger daughter was wanting, she wants to have kids. But she don't want no man. She said, can I just go ahead and just have a test tube? Yeah, she said that. Okay? Now, don't get me wrong. I think mothers are important. Mothers are just as important as fathers. Yeah, you heard me say that. Excuse my French. Excuse my expression, but you heard me say it. It's true. Mothers are just as important as fathers. The problem is that it's too many mothers now that are being encouraged to be head of household. Too many women in the black community are encouraging other women to become a head of household. That's the problem. That's a huge problem. It's a major problem. If you don't think that's not major, you got a problem. Because really, that's why we got so many of these guys out here, for lack of a better word, and a lack of maybe a slight lack of a better understanding, that's why you got so many of these guys out here that have emotional problems. Okay? Emotional issues. Or get emotional. Even some of the hardest of them. I've seen it happen. Okay? Because of these so-called strong women. So-called strong black women. Okay? You got black women out there, honestly, either don't know how or don't want to have affection with a man. Especially when they're in a relationship. Trust me, I've seen it happen. You know? What does that tell you? Women are already being taught not to even be emotional with, have any strong sense of physical, emotional bond with a guy anymore. Oh yeah, especially if they're in a relationship with a good man. It's like women today are with this women's lib bullshit, are encouraging other women. Oh, you don't need no man. They've been doing it for years. Women's lib have done more to destroy our relationship, black man's relationship with black women in the past 50 years than anything else. That's a fact. And I'll challenge anybody on that. That's a fact. You know, you don't believe me? Send me an email. For all to hear at gmail.com, for all to hear at outlook.com, and YouTube channel for all to hear TV, and my Twitter page at for all to hear. Okay? Just let you know that right up front, because this is what I believe. I think, honestly, if we don't get back to our moral compass, all right, we're going to have problems. Because it's too many people trying to encourage too many women to be so independent that there's no need for no man. Therefore, these so-called men you're going to want to have in the future are going to be the men you're going to think that they need to be, ain't going to be what they want to be or be what they need to be, because of all these women who out there don't want no men teaching them boys how to be a man, because the women think, oh, you know, I don't need no man. I can just teach them how to be a man myself. Bullshit. Now, you're going to make them emotionally messed up. That's what you're going to make them be. You know? There's too many of them out there like that. Too many relationships where, and I know a few. Okay? Woman got multiple kids. No father. And I know that a couple of them kids are already messed up as a result of that. All right? I know somebody like that already. So, unless we change the moral compass, man, within our structure in this country, man, we're going to have too many emotional guys growing up. That encourages these guys to act a fool, get emotional, have problems, and do God knows what. Think about what I'm saying, because it's a fact. It's already happening. All right? Okay, well, anyway, this is DJ Wolf. I got that and more to say on the back burner, guys. I had to get this off my chest. I hadn't talked in a while about anything, but this I had to get off my chest, for real talk. All right, guys, this is DJ Wolf. I had to say what I had to say. Ain't gonna keep saying what I gotta say as long as I got an opinion about something, because that's all it is. All right, at the end of the day. But really, we need to think about stuff like that, man, because I think it's ruining our culture. All right, guys, I'll talk to you later.